When where? Where who?
Hey guys, what's up, Wagwan, how's everyone doing? It's freaking 3 a.m. Once you see the wine glass, you know the girl is ready to spill some tea, chit some chat. So make sure you grab a glass, and if you're seeing me for the very first time, welcome to this space. If you're a returning subscriber, you know the vibes already. Get comfortable. If you've had any issues with an ex-best friend or a friend that was really close to you and they betrayed you, let me know down below, girl. Let me know down below. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments, because people actually be wilding. Like, people really be doing the moves. So this obviously now ex best friend, let's call her Mia. The ex man at the time, let's call him Zach. I hope I remember these names as the story goes on. Anyway, so Mia and I, back in school, in med school, when I used to stay in the dorm, we were like best friends. We did almost everything together, honestly. Like, our rooms were on the same floor, literally like opposite from each other, and this is someone that eventually I took as my sister. So yeah, you know how dorm life is. Go to class together, get lunch together. If I cook, I'll bring some food over. Those things you do with your girly girl. Even on campus, like, people would always see us together, so our friendship was like well known. Moving on, obviously nobody's perfect, but at the end of the day, there is also such a thing as continuously being in denial. So before this situation happened that just snapped me out of it, this person was already like exhibiting some very shady traits. If we went out together and someone tried to talk to me, the next day or two I'll find out that they're talking, or somehow they were talking already. Or if somebody tried to get my number, she'll suddenly have something to say about this person. Oh, this person, I heard that A, B, C, and D. Or this person, I heard that they always do this, or they always act like that. And you know, it was always something. Or if I put on something and I asked for their opinion, they would try to get me to wear something that would make me look, how will I put it, that would make them look better. And then they would try to make me feel confident in wearing that thing that obviously did not look good, but this person would try to make me settle for that just so they wouldn't feel threatened. It was that kind of space. But you know, at that point in time, I was also in my people pleaser phase. We thank God for deliverance, please. Me, I was really boo-boo the fool in the streets, you know. It's like when I get attached to people, I tend to, like, at that point in time, I used to tend to overlook a lot of things. And this is something I honestly stopped doing from last year. I've cut people off that I thought that I would never do without. I've literally stopped communicating with people that I thought that if we stopped talking, like, everything would be so awkward and weird. And it's like every other day, to be very honest. At this point in time, I wasn't that girl. With other people, like outside that I wasn't really close to, that tried to move to me funny or tried to talk to me disrespectful, I would immediately check you. But if it came to my friends, I would tend to overlook a lot of things that would keep getting me taken advantage of. And then among these shady instances, when it came to Zach, when he would come to like visit me in the dorm, because Zach at the time used to live outside of the campus, the way the dormitories were, there was one that was just for girls, and there was one that's just for guys, and then there's one that is like boys and girls in there. So I was in the one with just boys and girls. The IEs, that's what we call them, the ladies in charge that overlook the buildings, whatever, who comes in, who goes out. They just think you're just one of the guys that live there, like, except they are really familiar with your face. And to me, every time this guy would come, it was always something. Because our rooms are opposite each other, like, sometimes if he was knocking at my door, you can hear from the other room that somebody's knocking, and obviously you know it's not your door, but it's like every time I got a knock on my door, she would always open her door to see who was at my door. Like, it was a thing where it's almost like this person is keeping tabs on me. So every time this person would come to see me, well, not every single time, but like most of the time, she would be aware that this person was around. Sometimes she would like be in very flimsy clothes. I'm okay with a certain level of exposure with what you're wearing, especially like if we're all sharing a space, but that does not mean you're going to be walking around half naked, bro, like wearing something that I can literally see your boobs. It's just giving disrespect and no boundaries, and I didn't know any better, so I didn't also say anything. When Zach would come to see me, you would see me like open her door. She would come in, she would be like, she would come out, and then she would be like, oh, so you're not going to say hi to me? Looking back, it's like, say hi to you for what exactly? Because it's not like they were friends before me, and it's not like they were cool to a certain extent. He just knew her because of me. Or maybe sometimes she would come and she'd be like, oh, you've come to see us today, and she would like pull him, chat about bare stuff. But bitch, what are you doing? That's suspicious.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
And at the time, like, she was in this long distance relationship. The person wasn't in China at the time. There was this other very shady thing she did just before the incident that, like, I think they got in an argument, her and her boyfriend at the time. I'm saying boyfriend at the time because I honestly don't know if they're still together anymore. She ran out of call credit, and I had this app at the time where I could make direct international calls, and she wanted to call him, reach out to him. I don't know what even happened because I don't think she ever really told me. Like, right before she dialed his number, she refrained. She was like, oh, you know what, it's fine, don't worry. And I'm like, but you can just call him. Last time I had an argument with like the guy I was dating at the time, and he wasn't picking up my calls. I tried to reach him with her phone. I didn't think anything of it at the time. You people. But I was like, okay, it's fine, whatever. Like, I hope you guys sort things out later. Zach comes to see me again. So we're chilling in my dorm room at the time. And then he shows me his phone. Because we use this app on here. It's called WeChat. We use this app to add each other, communicate, blah, blah. It's like WhatsApp in China. So he's like, so I don't know how to feel about this. But Mia added me on WeChat. And he showed me his phone, and there was a message request from Mia. It wasn't like she added him from a group chat. It wasn't like somebody shared his contact with her and then she added him. It's literally from the phone number that I called him through when we were trying to resolve an issue. They're not even those type of friends to have each other's contact. Let me know what you guys think. If me and you are friends and you have a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, do you think it's okay for your friend to add up your partner or start talking to them without informing you first? Is it okay for your partner to start doing that with your friend without informing you first? I also think it's very shady when you post your partner or you post your friends and then your partner will start following them, or your friend will start following your partner, and it's like nobody says anything to you. They just start doing it. Personally, I just think it's very weird, especially when you people were not friends before me. So anyways, there is this friend request. She never told me that she added you, and he's like, he also doesn't understand why she added him, because what exactly would they be talking about? Like, you did this for what?
But you did this for what?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
But why though? And I think I could have maybe understood if it was like Instagram, maybe. So I'm like, but it's okay, I'll holler at her later. I don't really remember if I confronted her about it the next day or after a couple days, but fast forward, I confronted her. I went to her room. What's going on? Like, what going? I need an explanation. She's all like getting defensive. She doesn't know she had to take permission from me to add my man on WeChat. Why am I acting like he's my property? What are you? What? So it was just like gaslighting, guilt tripping. She's like, why am I being insecure? Why am I overthinking? You see, you really need to be careful with how you share things to people about how you feel, because they will and they can use it against you in conversations and in arguments. Like, it's like you don't even know how to feel safe when you're opening up to people anymore. She doesn't understand why I'm asking her these questions, and I'm like, really? Like, are you being for real right now? It's not your boyfriend. I didn't like do this to you, and I'm just like asking for an explanation. So why are you being defensive, bro? And it was just a thing where I was just shocked literally all the other scenarios where I had just kept being in and out about just came rushing back. After that confrontation, she refused to acknowledge anything. So basically the aftermath of that conversation just made me realize that some people will never accept when they are wrong. It's very difficult for some people to take accountability, and I got to see more of that through my relationships with other people. Even if I don't necessarily see how what I did was wrong, but acknowledging how someone else feels like goes a really long way. It helps your apology to sound genuine. Mind you, like, we're living opposite of each other, and she starts going about her business, like ignoring me. You're the one that overstepped a boundary, and now you want to act like I did something wrong to you. I just start going about my business. We start doing things separately, going for lunch separately, going to class separately, and people even notice like, what's wrong with you and me? Honestly, I didn't know what to say. It's just like, we just don't talk anymore. We just drifted apart. I don't know, like, what would you do? What would you do if you were in that scenario and your friend did this to you? Like, do you think she was wrong? Do you think I was wrong? How would you have confronted her? How would you have handled the situation? If you want to see more story times, comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Bye.